It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And when he's the centerpiece of the offense, they're taking a backseat to his teammates. Offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. That's caught. Emeka Buka. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 5.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
That one good for 37 yards.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
And a Jaguar first down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The sack recorded, it's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Over the middle, complete. It's Myers. Here is 3rd and 5.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now Lawrence. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
Buccaneers.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Jags grab it. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. It's Lawrence. Escapes the sack, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now an option play on 2nd down. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Lawrence. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
And his kick here is good. And that will make it 6-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there on the keeper at second down.
At the 33-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. And that's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Brings up 3rd down and
working out of the gun. Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have it box first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Now a 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
Now Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Off to Thomas on the left side. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
2nd and 6.
Lawrence going to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kenneth Walker from 4 yards out. And the Jags will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, nice move. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Looking to put a drive together. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Jaguars.
The biggest game, the biggest stage, Super Bowl 63, 1 quarter in the books. The Jaguars have the early lead here. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Second quarter action about ready to start here. Super Bowl 63. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis bringing you all the action. Second quarter action about ready to start here. Super Bowl 63. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis bringing you all the action. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the Bucs 45-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And, you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
And he will have the Jaguars 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence, 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete to Jacoby Myers. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And less than a yard.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
And the Jaguars 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Lawrence now to throw after that last run. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Buccaneers, nothing.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. The former third overall pick, Quinnen Williams there to bring him down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's McKinnon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Jacksonville.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down the middle.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Mayfield down. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nice move at the 40. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now back to throw.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's McKinney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
That's another Buccaneers.
To throw, Mayfield. And Nelson's got it here right side.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
And again, it's Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Under pressure, they got him again. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jenkins. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
And that went to the right side and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Lawrence will throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and that is incomplete. So halftime now here on Sunday night primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Again, it's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Play action. It's Lawrence. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off from the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brings up third down.
Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And he loses the football a second time. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks them up.
And avoids the turnover. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing, Mayfield. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
And the Jaguars first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Brings up 2nd down. At the
to throw again is Lawrence. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Lawrence. That's caught by Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down.
Now Lawrence. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 26. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
On the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Play fake. Mayfield. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Mayfield to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 41.
They'll run on first down. It's McKinnon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Mayfield. Lane drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Stays on his feet. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. 111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Jaguars, first down. 2 yards on the play. And
looking to throw, Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught at the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books, 1 to go here in Super Bowl 63, and that final frame after this timeout. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Time to get down to the nitty-gritty, the 4th quarter here of Super Bowl 63. Here's 2nd and 3. Time to get down to the nitty-gritty, the 4th quarter here of Super Bowl 63. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and goal, Jacksonville.
Walker will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. A time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Here's Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
2 yards on the pickup.
Mayfield now from the 50. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
To number 28. That's a gain of 3. Now third.
Mayfield will try and do this himself. Shakes off the sack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Mayfield now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 21.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 16.
Up the middle they go. It's McKinney. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
On the play. Brings up third and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
Results in a fourth down.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tez Johnson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are finally into the end zone here this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Lawrence to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 12. First down, Jacksonville.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Jaguars, first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Walker. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Holding offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And Walker has it. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
A 9-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
From the 10-yard line, here's 2nd and goal. Lawrence running right on the option. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, he had success earlier in the drive, keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield looks to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. McKinney. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. And the Jaguars have done it. Jacksonville, the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Commissioner Goodell going to make the presentation as he hands that Lombardi Trophy to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are the champions of Super Bowl 63. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis, all of our crew, for all of you at home, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll do it all again come the fall. Till then, good night from the Super Bowl.